Ho, 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 y'all. We hope y'all enjoyed y'all Christmas because now we coming back to talk about our Chicago Bulls. On the latest, we hearing from Joe Cowley. The Bulls have placed their terms if you want to come get Lonzo Ball. The Phoenix Suns might be interested in Nikola Vucevic. Can that happen? We gonna talk about it. And then some updates regarding Zach LaVine and the Los Angeles Lakers. Y'all know we're going to talk about it all, break it all down, but you got to hear the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby on the day after Christmas. And I am with my dog, CDubb. What's the word?
That's the word. Drip. Eat your heart out. Eat your heart out, Drip. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to him. But hey, if y'all tuned in with us today, the day after Christmas, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Hey, CDubb, I ain't gonna lie. I had a chef's kiss on Christmas. I got lit in the morning, had a good breakfast, and then had a great lunch and dinner, all of the same caliber type of food. And I watched basketball, I watched football, kid-free and wife-free.
Wow.
They was all up doing their own thing.
Wow.
Now, don't get me wrong, I still went up there, hugged and kissed the lady and the kids. But for the most part, my ass print is probably still on the couch because I ain't do nothing. How was your Christmas, bro?
You just had a typical 30-year-old man Christmas that we all wish for and just enjoy, bro. Welcome to the club, bro. You over 30, bro.
He talking about welcome to the club. That shit was great. That shit was great. My coffee was spiked. That's what kicked off the day. It was spiked. The coffee was spiked, kicked off the day. And then we got situated. And now we here to talk about the Chicago Bulls, CDubb. Now, yours truly. Probably your precious jewel on the Chicago Bulls. Lonzo Ball, he being mentioned in some old trade talks. Bro, Lonzo is one of yours. I don't know. I ain't never hear you call him your son, but you might as well hand over a bib and a binky right now.
It just proves your overall hate and disdain for Lonzo Ball.
No, I
don't. Go ahead.
No, that's a lie.
Go ahead.
But nonetheless, Joe Cowley is reported that the Chicago Bulls have placed their terms for any team that wants to come and get Lonzo Ball. That term is 2 second-round picks in an expiring contract. First thing first, how you feeling about that when it comes to Lonzo Ball?
I was always at the opinion that it'll be very tough to trade Lonzo Ball by his past history, not just the recent past history, but his overall career history, dating back his second year with the LA Lakers and that injury to the recent injury that he just got over. And I'm just talking about the broken hand from this season. That's the most recent, not a broken hand, but he had a sprained wrist or something like that. I thought that teams would be scared to put their hands on that, but now that they add in the adage of an expiring contract, maybe that puts a little bit more interest into Lonzo Ball. I think actually he has a chance to get to be actually worth that offer that you said, 2 second rounds and an expiring contract, because he can definitely play his way to be adequate in that trade. So I'm still a little bit skeptical if you can get this trade done because of Lonzo Ball's past injury history. But if he can continue to play, maybe a competing team sees him getting similar to where he was. I think he's really close to what he was. Just the numbers is not going down, and inconsistencies because he's been out of basketball for a long time. I think we could see somebody go in and put a real offer on the table for the Chicago Bulls.
For sure. I think it's interesting for sure. CDubb, I'm about to make you fall out your chair. I'm about to make you fall out your chair. This is why. I understand the need and want. Well, not necessarily the need, but the want to trade Lonzo Ball. But I got this question for you and anybody else that watched the game on Monday versus the Bucks. When the Bulls didn't have a point guard, talking about Josh Giddey and Lonzo Ball, who didn't play that game, how did that offense look? Pretty stagnant and congested and not in order.
Trash.
So, if Josh Giddey can't stay healthy, Lonzo Ball, you know what I'm saying? He on the squad. Who gonna replace him and be your backup point guard, or at least be able to fill in while Josh Giddey continues to deal with his shit? Look, I ain't saying you got to hold on to Lonzo Ball for another 3 or 4 years. But if you are trading him, I hope that expiring contract comes in the form of somebody that can run the point guard position. And you know that's going to be difficult around the NBA because point guards are a premium right now.
Wow.
So my only thing is cool. Trading them sounds great. It sounds great. But did we watch the Bulls versus the Bucks without their point guards? That's all I'm asking. The offense didn't look as clean. The transition passing wasn't as clean. The communication on the defensive side was not good. They had no Giannis, no Dame, and got smacked because of the lack of impact from the point guard position. We could say whatever we want about Lonzo Ball and how we gonna think he gonna play for the foreseeable future if we keeping it a buck, and it is one game. But if you move Lonzo Ball, you better ensure you're getting a point guard who can run an offense. He needs to be coming back to the Chicago Bulls if you're going to pull this thing off. I don't want another center. I don't want another two guard. It needs to be a point guard because you need one, Lonzo or Giddey, active as much as possible if you try to remove one of them. Wow. That's the only thing.
Wow. First of all, I am very impressed at you. This might be a Christmas gift to me that you're saying these nice things about Lonzo Ball. This is the first nice thing I heard you say about Lonzo Ball since 2021.
That's cap.
So I want to congratulate you in the steps that you are taking.
Fuck it, shots again. We taking shots. Empty cup, fill your cup. Fuck it.
But I think that you are ultimately correct. In the type of way this team wants to play. If you don't got a guy like Lonzo Ball or Josh Giddey, this team will not be able to play that way. You are absolutely correct. That's another reason I'm pretty much leaning to Lonzo stays at least to the end of the year. He will not get a long-term contract if he stays with the Bulls. It'll probably be a 1-year team option in the second or something like that. So I think it's a win-win if he stays. It's a possible lose if you trade him off.
Yeah, again, like, I'm not saying you got to sit here and hold on to guys, you know what I'm saying, like we did in years past when we said, hey, continuity. We want to compete. We ain't got to go that route. But I'm just saying, be meticulous and have intentions behind what you're doing. Because if you're going to eliminate a point guard, you got to bring in another point guard. I mean,
Lonzo's situation ain't continuity based though. His decision on him ain't got nothing to do with continuity.
Not even for the games that they play.
I would say it's a more personal decision the Bulls got to make. Like, okay, they just gave this kid like $75 million for free. He seems to be working well with the team on a bench on a role of a bench player coming off, giving energy, defense, 3-point shooting, and great playmaking. I think this is not more of a continuity; it's more of a fit decision. And if you ask me, he definitely fits your formula for the future. He definitely fit in a couple aspects. He shoots the three. He wants to run. He makes. He plays defense. He's young. He's still young, guys. Lonzo is still young, and you can get him for the low.
For sure. We'll see what happens with that situation. But look, if whatever they decide to do, you know what I'm saying? I just hope the return makes sense. I ain't talking about getting somebody that you like let's just say for the discussion before we move on. Like if you go and get a Terry Rozier, I'm just like, what? What are we doing? Okay, 2 second-round picks. Okay, fine. But Second round picks don't normally pan out. They typically end their ass up overseas or in a G League. Some might
Yeah,
crack through. Some crack through. Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
But
hmm
the chances are very, very slim.
yeah. So you would be more leaning into the acquisition, that expiring contract, than the second picks. You looking for those.
I think if you go that route, it's a good deal. But who's the expiring contract?
You want to
And
make sure that
what
guy
is your
is.
plan for the foreseeable future? Because if you're moving off of them, you need to have somebody in here that you're trying to develop at least, right?
Yeah, it's got to be Josh. Then if you trade, if you trade, is it like this, nephew? If you trade Lonzo, then you paying Josh Giddey 30 mil.
That's what it's gonna be looking like, right?
That's not a good idea. Do you think
Mm.
that's a good idea?
I think his ass already fumbled a $30 million bag.
But if you trade Lonzo Ball, he gets more momentum. Like, okay, I'm the only point guard you got in this team. You want to run up and down this
Mm,
floor? Give me my 30. The Bulls can be
that's
like, oh, you ain't even got to
a
start. We
decision
got
they're gonna have
Lonzo
to figure
Ball.
out.
Or they could be like, you ain't got to start. We got Lonzo Ball. It's up to you. You want to be a part of this future? You ain't getting 30. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be. We gonna wait to see what happens though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. But CDubb, we also heard, and there's some rumblings talking about the Phoenix Suns looking for a big man, and one of
Mm.
those big men on the list is Nikola Vucevic. Now, we know that at one point the Bulls said that they wanted some draft capital, and obviously they're going to be looking for some players. The Phoenix Suns, they could be in business trying to see if they can get a Vooch, but I'd say I don't know if I don't think it's gonna happen. Just me personally. I don't think Nikola Vucevic is going over there. You looking at Nurkic, who makes 18 million a year. Vucevic is about 2021. So they still gonna have to add in another player to make the money work because the
Catfish.
Suns are over the second apron. So anything they ship out, it has to match anything that they get in return. You can't
Yeah.
absorb more than
Mm-hmm.
what you can get out. So I'm looking at that. And then CDubb, another thing I'm looking at, the Suns don't own their own first round pick until 2031. So that's
Mm.
off the table.
Yeah.
And the only second round they got is in 2026. So you
Mm.
be like, okay, cool. We looking at draft capital is lacking. You looking at Nurkic, you say, okay, cool. We probably have him in for the rest of the season, and then you wash him and get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, what's the point of that? Oh
Right.
no. How you feeling about the whole
Well,
Nikola Vucevic potentially going to the Phoenix conversation?
that's a good breakdown, nephew. First of all, I always thought at the beginning of the season that Nick Vooch to the Phoenix Suns in the trade with the Bulls, I think that would be the obvious choice because I think they need a little bit more offense and they don't want to play defense in Phoenix. They just gonna outscore you with those guys they got over there. That 3-headed monster plus a Vooch, they'll score over like 130 a game. Nurkic on our team, that just makes me vomit.
Terrible.
That just makes me vomit inside. He ain't bad, but what's the sense if you're gonna trade him for Nurkic at this point? And this was before I talked about him getting traded to Phoenix before Vooch had like an all-star type
Right.
first half of the season. So
Yeah.
I don't think that's a fair trade at this point. And then they have to match money. What else they got to give us to get up to the what is he
I
21?
tried to add a young player like Ryan Dunn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, y'all. I fired up the trade machine. Fire him up. I tried to add Ryan Dunn to the deal, so it would have been Nurkic, Ryan Dunn for Nikola Vucevic. Still doesn't work.
See, this is gonna be so difficult. At this point, I'm still cool if you could find a trade for Nick Vooch, and it could be a smooth trade, no penalties on each side, everybody good on each side, especially my side. But nah, if they just finna throw us a Nurkic and they gonna try to find somebody on their roster that can match that, I don't think it's a good trade. I don't got that feeling in my heart right now that that'll be a good place for him to go now. For our part for the Chicago Bulls. Um, yeah, we probably could forget about this. This is not going to happen. We got to look towards the future. Is that guy that secondary guy besides Yerk? Because he's definitely ain't going to be part of the future. If that guy besides Nurkic is going to be a young guy, it's just if you do that trade, you're just getting rid of Vooch. It's just
Pretty
a
much.
giveaway. That's all it is. It's just like it's clearance rack. Here we giving away Nick Vooches.
Oh, the real, you walked into Marshalls and went straight to the back. Fuck the stuff in the front. You went to the clearance rack, straight to the back. Like, what we doing, bro?
Yeah, so it's early in the season, before the season, I was like, yeah, give him away. But now he's playing really well, bro. And I gotta call it like it is. You just can't give him away. He's an asset that you have.
Not for no damn Nurkic.
No, you it's an asset that you got to get what you can get for him. You can't just give him away right now.
One of the before we move on to the last part, I think one interesting move would to see if Golden State are interested. They did just trade for Dennis Schroeder, so I don't know what their cap or their draft capital situation is looking like, but that'll be an interesting one. Hell, and this is a long shot. I know it probably will never happen, but hey, Miami, y'all ain't playing big buddy like that.
Y'all ain't
what
playing
y'all want to
big
do with
buddy.
Khalil? Well, we know it ain't gonna happen. We know, but I'm just saying, what's up?
Yeah, and then you could throw us little Terry and
Yeah, we'll take that expired contract.
and
We can boot
Khalil
him, but we
and
won't
move
well.
him quick. He gone quick. He ain't even got to come to the shot. Just go home, and we'll tell you.
We'll tell
your
you when the
agent.
money clip, man. We'll tell you when the money clip.
Just take your ass home.
Hey, we
On
gonna
the
hit you
real.
with the hey, depending on your bank, this could take 3 to 5 business days, brother.
Oh, bro.
Fuck is you talking about?
Don't even
No.
come to Cook County, bro. Stay your ass over there. Nice
the
Miami
real,
weather,
what?
bro. You will be traded again. No, you'll be cut. You'll find another team. You'll be cut. You'll be a free agent. You'll be a rich free agent, which somebody will pick up because Terry is a good scorer, but I don't want you on my team.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But I CDubb, we got the last update that came in regarding Zach LaVine for the latest of the Chicago Bulls.
Exactly.
This is coming via Joe Cowley as well. CDubb, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm starting to like Joe Cowley, bro.
What?
He be treating motherfuckers online.
Wait.
He don't run from no smoke.
Wait. Say that again. Start for the top for the people
I'm
in the
starting
back.
to fuck
Did you
with
just
Joe
say that?
Cowley, bro.
Talk to me.
I ain't talking about the reporting and the shit that I'm talking about him saying what he's saying and not ducking smoke like a lot of beat writers.
Okay.
He say what he say, and if somebody be like, "Hey Joe," woo, he like, "Well, hey loser," bro. Like he come back with some shit. Like I'm like, hey, I fuck with that. And he don't duck no smoke. He don't block people. At least that's what he say. He say, "I don't block people. You come for me. I'm sending it right back." So I gotta respect for that. You say what you say. You stand on business. I ain't look. That's it. But according to Joe, he said there have been whispers about the Lakers for over a year now in regards to Zach LaVine. But a source said that the pieces that would have to be swapped don't fit, and Los Angeles remains steadfast that Austin Reeves isn't going to be included in any trade talks. How you feel?
I feel about this like, okay, cool. Y'all don't want to give up Austin Reeves. We don't want to give Zach LaVine up. So fuck, okay, whatever. And Joe Collie, like, all right, how many of his shit was actually true though? Like, and it's a recycled ass story from last year. If the way he's saying it, it's a recycled story from last year. He just bringing it up because that's what's gonna get him clicks now. So I don't know about trusting. I feel you if you can like his personality and he fight back and
personality,
shit.
nothing with the
But I
beat
think
stuff.
he a little snakish to me.
Not
You know
with the writer. See, with the writer stuff, that's a whole different subject. But I respect any man that talk that shit, and if somebody come at him, they talk that shit back.
respect
You
that
standing
shit
on
too.
business.
But why don't we just be a little bit more truthful about the writing there? Because a lot of shit don't come true, Joe. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's fair.
And he be blowing a lot of horns like, oh my God, Zach LaVine's gonna get traded for the last two fucking years. Nothing's happened. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Troll.
Fair enough. That's the perfect way to go. He's a fucking troll, and he's
a troll, bro.
Say what you want about the writing, because I'm with you on the writing part. But him not ducking smoke, I like that.
I respect that.
That's one thing I respect and I like. Hey, you talk that shit. Somebody come at you, don't go. You know what I'm saying? Don't go duck and smoke. Let him have it.
Let's make a prediction, nephew. Will Zach LaVine be traded before February?
Will Zach LaVine be traded before February? This is not the time to play politics. I am going to go. Yes, Zach LaVine will be traded before February 6th deadline.
What moves you to that decision?
I just think that the Chicago Bulls, I think they're gonna be probably try to outsmart themselves. I honestly do. And it might be some team that come around and say, "Hey, this is the offer. This is what we got," and I think they might be doing it. Now, if you ask me on a percentage scale, I think it's about a 70% chance.
That's a pretty fucking big chunk that you think he's out of here. I think the right choice to do, I won't answer it the way you did, is to keep Zach. It's the perfect situation. I said it 1,000 times. He's never been in this situation, never in his career. He is the number one guy. He's the leader of the team, vocally and as play. He's playing defense. He's scoring the ball at his best in his career. Um, I just think we can build around Zach and the young guys that's coming up. Some of the young guys are having a little trouble uh, performing with Zach LaVine on the court. I'm talking about Kobe, but I think he's good enough to eventually get over that hump. He didn't have a great start to the season last year. I'm talking about Kobe White. I think the way you putting that 70% is they looking at Kobe White in the way
Mm,
he's not gelling with Zach LaVine on the court together. They're
mm,
not gelling. Let's just be honest. They're not. He's not look like Kobe White from last year. Although he's averaging close to 18, he does not look like Kobe White. He looks uncomfortable. He looks erratic, and he looks like he's trying to prove something. Because Zach LaVine is out there, and he makes it look so easy, and he wants to be on his level. I ain't even capping though, nephew. I ain't
no, I
even
feel you.
capping because he feel like he feel like man, I got to get up to it. I'm gonna shoot this with a man standing right in my shirt. I'm gonna come down on a 3-on-1. I'm gonna pull up from 30 feet. Break, 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 break. I can't run a fast break. I'm not passing on a fast break because I need my highlights because I'm
Hmm.
trying to get to the All-Star game. Maybe that was one of my goals coming into the season. It's just not working out. But I think if he calmed down and just take it easy and just be cool, just be himself, Joe, stop trying to overdo it. I think it can work with Zach and Kobe. I think that's the one problem. That's just my opinion. It's Kobe White adjusting to Zach LaVine.
Before we get ready to end this, is it too much to say that the Bulls might have to move one of the two,
That
either
might
Zach
have
or
to
Kobe?
happen. That might have to happen. And then, okay. Yes, I agree with you. Now tell me which one would you move?
If you come down to it and you sit down at the table and it's y'all and you say, "Hey, it's either Zach LaVine and Kobe," you got to move Kobe
Gotta move Kobe.
because we already had to sit the conversation. If it's Kobe and Ayo, we keep Ayo,
Yeah. Okay, because you ain't
and we're
keeping
not trying to fire this thing up like we did a few years ago, y'all. We
it.
just having a conversation. Relax,
Yeah. Yeah, just
relax.
relax, bro. Because I think that's the deciding factor. If he can click with Kobe White, if Kobe White and Zach LaVine can make it click, then we'll be good. But it's been a little off, bro, because Kobe trying to do too much. That's it.
Facts.
That's it
Yeah,
to
I think
me.
that's definitely one of them ones that you gotta. Do you think right now? Do you think the Bulls? Because you obviously don't believe Zach will be traded before February 6th. Do you think the reason that might not happen is because you want to get rid of another year off that contract from Zach LaVine?
No, I think they're actually looking at the plate on the floor and how good he looks as a leader for this young team.
Okay.
I think they're looking at they probably look at if you're an executive, you look at all ends. But I
Mm-hmm.
think this is the deciding factor is the play on the floor. Sometimes it's not the play on the floor. Sometimes it's financial. Sometimes it's the attitude. But most times, if you're a real basketball man, it's the play on the floor.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we talked about a lot of things. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and let us know how y'all feeling about everything down below. CDubb, do you have anything left?
Drill, you ain't got this one.
But hey, that is it from us today, y'all. We
Oh
appreciate
man.
y'all for tuning in. We also hope that you got to enjoy the holiday season with your family. As we continue on, we got New Year's up next week. So hydrate and get ready because it's going to be a time to celebrate what 2024 brought you. But before that, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel before you get up out of here. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you always see red. And y'all already know we're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
For sure.
Cognac, gang.